Re'eh, look, I place before you this day a blessing and a curse. These are the dramatic first words of our Torah portion, Parashat Re'eh. Look, pay attention to your life. See what is a blessing and name it as a blessing. See what is a curse and name it as a curse. Pay attention. This is what the month of Elul is for, to bring our own lives into clear focus as we walk in the direction of a new year. Elul begins this coming Tuesday and Wednesday. Each morning at our daily services, throughout this last month of the year, we will hear the blast of the shofar to call us to attention, to wake us up from the many levels of slumber which we have experienced over many months now. The great 20th century theologian Martin Buber implores us, in moments of great stillness, when we contemplate things which no mouth can utter, at that hour, let us deepen the insight that we have. Let us look inward. Let us lift up our lives as if we were lifting a bucket from a well. It is incumbent upon us to strive for self-understanding. It is incumbent upon us to balance the forces at work in our souls. I love this image at the well. Let us lift up our lives as if we were lifting a bucket from a well. For the entire month of Elul, this is our task, to lift up our lives like a bucket from a well. Now, this implies at least three things. One, that our lives can be very full. And it's good to want full lives. It's good to want our lives to be overflowing with life, for our lives to become a vessel for cool and reviving waters. Two, it suggests that the bucket can each year be brought to a bottomless well to be refilled and replenished, and that the well is always there, and that the well will never run dry. And three, that we can be smart enough and intuitive enough to know when it is time to bring our empty buckets to the well. To know that we are strong enough to know how to lower the bucket and how to lift it up again, heavy and full with life yet to be lived. If the bucket is our life, let's play out the metaphor, then what is the well? We immerse our lives in the well of what? Buber doesn't say. While in Rabbinic Judaism, Torah wisdom is often likened to a well, I believe it is implied here in Buber's teaching that we come to lower our empty vessel into the well of the divine. We who are only human, we who do run down to empty. How many of us, even after a long sunny summer, feel empty, tired? But God is without end, without limit. God never tires. God never grows weary. Like the bottomless well with stores of refreshing cool waters, God is deep enough to hold us, to replenish us, so that as we do the work of bringing that empty bucket, so long as we do the work of bringing the empty bucket to the well. That's what Elul is for. Go to the well, dig down deep, restore, refill. Rabbi Israel Salanter was the 19th century founder of the modern Musar movement, which takes a study of one's own moral character. And there is a popular folk tale about Rabbi Salanter. One day, he's walking somewhere late at night, and he sees a light shining through a window of one of the homes in the area. And he was curious. He was drawn to this small light. It was unusual in the middle of the night. And so he went by the window and he saw a tailor bent over his work by the single light of a candle, about to burn out. The rabbi asked the man, "Why are you working at such a late hour and with so little light that at any moment it could go out? Shouldn't you be lying down to sleep by now?" And the tailor answered, "As long as the flame is still burning, one can still fix what's wrong." Rabbi Salanter is said to have been so moved by the simple answer. He knew the biblical proverb that the life breath of a person is the lamp of the Eternal One. When the light of the human soul burns, it is not only possible to fix things, but we are obligated to fix things so long as the light still burns. So it is said that Rabbi Salanter then walked home that night and he paced back and forth in his room, repeating to himself over and over again the wisdom of the tailor. As long as the flame is still burning, one can still fix what's wrong. Now, God knows our world is in need of fixing. The Jewish people is in need of fixing. Our broken hearts are in need of fixing. Each of us carries a flame. It may be about to burn out, but it is still burning. And each of us carries a bucket, which may be running low, but it is just ready and waiting to be lowered deep into the well of the Eternal One, who is the Makor HaChaim, the source of all life. So this is my prayer as we prepare to greet the new moon with eyes open enough to fulfill the first mitzvah of our Torah portion, Re'eh. Look, see. See yourself. See your life. See your world for what it is, and consider what can be made right, what can be corrected, what can be made whole, what can be fixed. Shabbat Shalom.
Thank you very much, everyone at Holy Blossom, for having us here this Shabbat. I'm Jason Rosenblatt, and this is Ilya Siltsov, and we made it in from Israel to be here with you this evening. Thanks to the band, thanks to all the clergy, of course. We're going to continue with a song called Two, which is an original piece that I wrote based on Moroccan Zmirot. So the song is called Two, but it's really in three. Why two? Because when you're sitting at a Shabbat table, we have two candles. We have two chalot, and we think about what the candles represent, which is Shalom Bayit, peace in the house, and two chalot, sustenance, extra sustenance. And that's not a bad blessing in these days, peace and sustenance.